Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is Tanisha Carroll, and this is Rethink Madness Moments. Thank you so much for being here and welcome. I'll give you a few minutes to share and invite and like. And we are on a book tour. We are still celebrating. We're celebrating. So, come on in and I'm going to share on my timeline and I'm going to give you the opportunity to do the same. So welcome everybody. Welcome to the book tour. Are you lit? Leaders Intentionally Trailblazing. Let's see. Let's join in. I got a special guest who's read the book and we're going to share about that this afternoon. Okay. All right, so good afternoon, everyone. I am Tanisha Carroll, assignment coach and music therapy expert. I coach moms of tween daughters how to navigate their relationship with humility and grace, to resolve conflicts caused by communication disparity, lack of understanding of their individual collective assignment, to rethink madness using music therapy, biblical principles, and clarity to get you on assignment. And today I'm here celebrating the release of my newest book, my third book, my newest book, which is Are You Lit? Leaders Intentionally Trailblazing. So it's a celebrate, it's a celebrate, it's a celebrate. So this is a book that I have co-authored with 9 other individuals about various topics regarding Christian coaching and the various populations that we serve as Christian coaches here in this this world, because there are people from all over the world who have participated in this book. And guess what? We are #1 Amazon bestsellers, and congratulations to every single author for making it to #1 bestseller. Yay! So today I have with me a person who has read the book, I think you read all the book or majority of it anyway, but has read the book and has been an amazing supporter and has been just allowing the opportunity to get this book in front of people and get the message in front of people who may not have heard it yet, because this book is about leaders intentionally trailblazing. Are you lit? And that's what we're doing here. We are trailblazing in the area of music therapy as a tool with tween mother-daughter relationship. And so today I have with me Miss Vivian Carroll. And so welcome to the broadcast, Miss Vivian. Thank you for being here and thank you for your continued support.
You are very, very welcome. Thank you for having me. I can't wait to talk about it.
All right, so let's jump in. Hey, Coach Marie. Coach Marie is here, and she is one of my co-authors. She is a beast, and she is on this journey with us. So, Vivian, tell me, what were your first of all, what do you think about the title, Are You Lit? Leaders Intentionally Trailblazing? And do you think it fits based on your reading?
I know that it fits. What do I think about the title? Leaders Intentionally Trailblazing. There's so much to that. My immediate impression is that you don't know what you don't know until somebody brings it to your attention. And I'm just so thankful for a lot about this. The Bible mandate is that you go into all the world and make disciples. And this is a form of discipling and bringing others along. But the trailblazing thing, I just love it. I really, really do. My eyes have been opened. You don't know what you don't know.
Wow, that's a great statement. You don't know what you don't know. I mean, and it's so true because until someone reveals something to you, you don't necessarily realize that, oh, I was unaware of. I didn't know that this was happening. I didn't know I needed this. And I didn't know this information was available. So, on target, absolutely, with that. So, tell me, my chapter is called Rethink Madness, and we're discussing mothers and tween daughters and the need to navigate the relationship in a unique way with unique principles and tools such as music therapy. So what was your impression of that chapter and the use of music therapy? Of course, I know, but everyone else doesn't know that you are a musician yourself. But this goes beyond just music, personal music ability. So, can you talk a little bit about
Yes, absolutely. Don't want to give away too much of the book because everybody needs to go and buy the book. So I'm not going to give away all of the nuggets that I learned in there, but I can be an eyewitness, give eyewitness evidence and validity to the fact that what you are doing is working. I watch your work ethic, your hard work, your commitment, your dedication, the excellence of the fruit that you produce. And I can truly say that it is working. And what is in this book is an amazing resource that can help others utilize music therapy to work on that relationship, the communication. I have learned a lot in two different ways: the reading of the chapter and then experiencing teaching music to a special young lady. Yeah.
So I will go ahead and tell everyone that the special young lady that Miss Vivian is teaching music to is my twin daughter. And so when we say that we're utilizing these tools, or when I say that these tools work, I want you to know that it's something and it is a journey that I am on and have been on. And finding the way and finding the pathway, identifying the pathway to the assignment of supporting, encouraging, building your tween daughter, and also as a mom being built yourself, being able to look to the Father to help you as you rethink madness, because the relationship between a mother and a daughter goes up and down. There is madness that occurs within, but we are changing the narrative and changing the definition. We have changed the definition of madness, and I want you to get the book so that you can see how we have changed the definition, because previously the definition of madness has been about anger and chaos and frustration. And now we are saying that madness is motivating accountability with determination to avoid distractions, with necessity to achieve eternal success, and satisfaction. And, it takes time to achieve eternal success and satisfaction. And it also takes determination, which I heard you say, um, Vivian, I heard you say determination. And we as moms have to be determined to change our way of thinking and our way of interacting when it comes to our daughters. The important thing is that it begins with us. Oftentimes we are attempting to change something about someone we're in relationship with, but we have not yet made a change. And I won't try to pretend like it is super easy. It is not. However, it is possible, it is doable, and it is doable because you have the greater one with you, leading the way and showing you the way. One thing that I say all of the time in our clubhouse meeting is, it is not about perfection. It is about heading in the right direction.
Right.
It's about heading in the right direction. And that direction is headed towards the Father, headed towards the greater one, headed towards the one who created us by the fruit of the Spirit. And so tell me about the overall book. What other things stood out to you in the book, Are You Lit? Leader Intentionally Trailblazing?
There's so much helpful information that's available to people that need it. There are people that have the strength and the courage to put this information out there. And I was really impressed about the gentleman that's writing in the book and how he has just extended himself and the passion that he has for helping. And you mentioned a couple of words. You said doable. It is doable. We think that some things are hard, but being headed in the right direction, we're making one step at a time to get there. Something I do want to comment on is you're talking about the creator. Oftentimes when we're in relationships, especially those close relationships, having been in the classroom teaching and then teaching your daughter, as a mother would be teaching a daughter, the desire for what you want the daughter to have is complex and complicated, because what you're trying to give your daughter is really a piece of you. But I'm learning so much in that God did the creating already. You're not recreating. You're not recreating. God created, put the DNA in, and what the role is, or the assignment is to nurture that. And there's so much tension and struggle when you don't understand and accept that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's really good. It's so, we really want things to be done our way. We all do. We're like, we have a plan. I have a plan. I think it should look like XYZ. You have a plan and you think it should look like XYZ. But the question is, have we consulted the creator? Have we consulted the original designer to find out, well, what was his plan? What was he thinking when he created us? And this opportunity to rethink madness is so valuable, particularly in this time of the world and of the earth where everyone is cookie cutter. And the world wants everyone to look the same and do things the same. Oh, wow. This is what you should look like. This is how you should address it. This is how we should do things. But here is the thing. It's a lie. It's a lie. No, I don't want to do things exactly like everyone else. Why not? Because he did not create me to do so. You cannot be a trailblazer and be doing things exactly the same way as everyone else. And you cannot encourage your daughter to reach for the stars if she is doing things exactly like everyone else?
That's
There must be a difference. And the word of God says that before you were formed in your mother's womb in Jeremiah, I not only did I know you, but I called you.
hallelujah.
He
Yeah,
already did it. He
that's right.
already did it. So even before I knew who she was and what she needed, he knew. And it is my responsibility, it is our responsibility as leaders, intentionally trailblazing to get into the flow of what the greater one has determined is the assignment, and how to I not only identify it, but to pursue it with reckless abandon. And I am excited that so many men and women are in this book. Are You Lit? Leaders Intentionally Trailblazing. And they each have a, we all have a commonality, even in our differences. And that's the wonderful thing about the uniqueness of the Father, is even in our distinction, there's still commonality. And one of the things that I found in the book is that we are on a healing journey, and we're here. We have found places to assist people on their journey to healing. Healing. What did you find that healing message, and how did it impact you?
Absolutely. It causes you to, it caused me to do some introspective work. I had to look at myself. I have to look at my desires and really what it is I'm wanting. Am I wanting the best for the other person? Because what's best for me is not necessarily what's best for the next person. What's best for a mother is not always what's best for that tween daughter. And you have to, you really, really have to be considerate of that. I've often said for many, many years that a child will teach you. I've had to write lesson plans for what I'm going to do in a classroom. My biggest aid in writing a lesson plan is the need that the child has. In teaching this young lady piano, this tween girl piano, you know, normally it's practice this exercise so many times. Just practice, just do it. Do this so many times. Well, it does not work for this little this tween that I'm dealing with. And I had to learn, I had to look at what she needed. She needs an emotional connection with what she's doing in order to do it. And when I flipped that, instead of saying practice it this many times, the objective and the goal is for her to feel good about what she's doing. So you practice it until you feel good about what you're doing. And it works. It works. You should see the light in her eye and the joy in her face when she can do it. I mean, it clicks, but that's what she needed. The technical, you know, the sharps and the flats and the majors and the minors can just be so bookish and so technical. But when you relate with this young person at an emotional level where she's rewarded by feeling good because she can accomplish something that she thought was difficult, is rewarding for me. But it's based on what she needed, and I could not force on her what I thought or what I needed. So I'm being taught. I'm being taught.
Thank you so much for sharing that. It's so impactful for us to realize that we can apply that to every and any relationship. That the way I did it with my past relationship, I might not be able to do it in this new
Mm.
relationship or in a different relationship. How I interact with my spouse may not work for how I interact with my best friend or my mother. Um, and for us, we are constantly talking about female relationships because we understand that when we rethink madness in regards to the mother daughter relationship, it has an impact on adult women. And because mothers and daughters, you don't stay a child, eventually become adult women who need to be able to interact as adults with respect, of course, as mother and daughter, but adult women. And the narrative is that adult women can't get along. Oh, I don't do women. And so we absolutely come to shift that narrative. And as a leader, intentionally trailblazing, we are approaching the relationships with the women using biblical principles, using music therapy, but most importantly, to rethink the madness. That is no longer chaos, but it is about making the being determined that I'm going to achieve eternal success and satisfaction in this relationship. And so I want to thank you for being here and sharing your insights. I want to encourage everyone who is coming through, coming by, leave your comments and let us know what you have gained out of the book. If you do not have it yet, the link is in the comments. It is Are You Lit? Leaders Intentionally Trailblazing. Jade, I see you. I see you. I love you. I'm so glad that you're here. Grab the book. It is an ebook, everybody. It is an ebook. The hard copy is coming soon. So don't make sure that you stay connected so you can get your hard copy. And I want to thank you, Miss Vivian Carroll, for being here and being a reader of the book and writing a review, a 5-star review, and also being such an encouragement and a blessing here, not only to myself, but also to my team. So do you have any final comments before we go?
I'd like to read something from the book that I was reminded of in teaching music to your tween. It reminds me of a statement in your chapter. It says, I realize it can be challenging to remain motivated when distractions come into your life. But as you pursue with necessity to achieve eternal success and satisfaction, you will be able to get it and stay on assignment. I love that.
Thank you so much for sharing that. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's a direct quote from the book Are You Lit? Leaders Intentionally Trailblazing, from the chapter Rethink M.A.D.N.E.S.S, written by myself, #1 Amazon bestselling author Tanisha Carroll. And I have 9 co-authors, and they are doing an amazing job, a wonderfully written book. And it's such an opportunity and encouragement to understand and know things that you have not known. I promise you, you've never read a book like this. You've never experienced conversation like this. So you want to go and grab the book, ebook. It is out there. The link is in the comments. And as I stated, the hard copy is coming soon. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Vivian, for sharing. Thank you, everyone who's here live. And thank you to those who will see the replay. Inbox me if you see the replay and give me your comments. I would love to have them. So thank you so much for being here. And this is Tanisha Carroll, Rethink Madness Moments. We appreciate you, and we'll see you again the next time. Have a good night.